In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the motor. Before you start this process, raise the scooter off the floor to a comfortable height. Next, you want to remove the seat post. Get that out of the way. Next, you're going to want to remove either a splash guard or most likely a rear fender like this one. If you have a rear fender like this one, it's going to have a 5mm Allen bolt. So you're going to use a 5mm Allen wrench to remove that. As for me, I have splash guard, and these are Phillips screws, so I'm going to use a Phillips screwdriver. Alright, next you're going to want to use a 14mm socket head and a bent plier to remove this bolt here, because you're going to need to spin that shock around so you can get into the slot in here. Alright, and the nut. Okay, similar deal on this side of the scooter. There you have it. Now you're gonna have a different battery than this one, because this is a customized battery. But you're gonna want to unplug the motor from the controller. So this to the controller, remove it. And then inside. Alright, next you're going to want to use some kind of stick and pry the chain off of the front sprocket. So just says like that. And then you can pull the motor out this way. Alright, so now you have the motor removed from the scooter. Alright, next you're going to want to work the motor cable out through this slot here. So you're going to have to rotate the connector in this to this position, and it goes right through the open slot. Oh. Okay. Now you fully remove the old motor. Alright, so this is the new 48-volt motor, and the orientation and position you want to insert this in is as such, where the front sprocket is towards that direction, obviously. More importantly, you're going to have these two countersunk holes here. These two holes must align with the holes in the mounting brackets on the scooter. So I think what you want to aim for is another way to position this is the cable has to go into this slot out here. Can you see it? You gotta turn around.
I see it.
This slot here. So it's gonna go in like such. What I would like to do first is insert the cable through the opening of the scooter here, and then work my motor through as such. Alright, next you're going to want to work the chain back on the front sprocket there. To do that, use some kind of a stick and try to get at least one of the teeth over the chain. You can rotate the motor like this. Alright. Shouldn't be that hard. This might take some timing, but there you go. What you're going to want to do is screw on the Allen screw on the bottom one first. It goes through this opening on the side, and then you want to screw in the Allen screw on the top. So the bottom one's going to be hard to put in. I customized. This is the upgrade from an 800 watt to 1000 watt. That's why I have these washers. You're not going to have any washers. You're just going to put the screw right through and screw it in. So once you got the Allen screw into the motor, what you want to do is use some blue Loctite on the Allen screw so that it holds it, or locks it in place, the thread locker. You don't want this thing coming loose. So a few drops of blue Loctite, and then work it in there. Not all the way though, because you still want to work this Allen on the top. So to do this, what you're going to do is you're going to have a spacer like this and just the screw. Now since again this is an upgrade from 800 watt to 1000, I need these spacers to realign my motor. Right. So once again, you're going to want to apply a few drops of blue Loctite so it holds the Allen screw in place, and then you're gonna screw the bottom in and screw the top in. Alright, so here is the old motor with the old connector on it. What you want to do is remove this black connector, observing polarity. You see here on top, there's a little ridge. On the bottom of this connector, it's flat. So if you have this on top, remember black left, red right, or whatever wire configuration you have, just remember that, because it's going to come in handy when you install the black connector cap onto the new motor cable. So to remove this, it's not that hard. Just use a flathead screwdriver and pry these tabs towards the black tabs towards the center, and then pull on these cables here. So I'm gonna pry it and pull. Alright, so black left, red right. It's gonna go in as such here. So the way these pins go into the connector head is you want the solder on the inside. Solder on the inside. And it goes in like that. And once these go in, they snap into place. So shouldn't be too hard. Like that. Alright, so next you're going to want to rotate the spring shock back into position here, so that these holes align, and you're going to want to use the bolt that you remove and the hex nut on the inside to hold it into place. On the inside. Alright, so after you got these bolts back in place, you want to do is connect the motor to the controller. So there's only one way you can do it. There's a ridge on top, and then there's a corresponding snap on this one. Just connect as so, and you're done. And the battery goes like this, and it goes, just drops in the battery compartment like so. Make sure all the cables are out of the way. And you're all set.